Tensions are rising on both sides today as we get ready for a showdown over Airbnb regulations. It could mean some serious changes if you use the service, and some hosts say they could lose thousands of dollars if this does go through. WUSA 9's Evan Koslof has been following the story for months now, and Evan, dozens, perhaps even 100 people expected to speak up today at the hearing.
Yeah, hey there, Jan. The bill was first introduced back in late January. It proposes a few things that are pretty important if you use the service. So first off, it says you can only host out of your permanent home, not a secondary property. On top of that, it says you can only rent it out for 15 days in a year, 15. Now, I'm told that the cap is not meant to apply to renting out a room of your house or the English basement, although that continues to be a point of debate, that 15-day cap. Now, lastly, the bill would create some hefty fines if you fail to comply, ranging from, listen to this, $1,000 to $7,000 for repeat violations. Now, the sponsor of the bill says this is all about affordable housing. He says developers are buying entire buildings and then renting out the rooms on sites like Airbnb, essentially creating mini hotels. So the goal is to stop this abuse of the system. Take a listen.
So that people who live in their primary residence who want to engage in this business can do so legitimately, and they can share their homes. But the commercial operators, the folks who are renting out entire apartment buildings, we want to have the tools to go after them.
All right, so the bill has received some support from lobbies like Shared Better. This, what you could see on your screen, was a commercial released by them this week in which a woman claiming to be from Anacostia talks about how Airbnb has hurt that community. But that does not mean there hasn't been hearty opposition. Airbnb has been really vocal against this bill, and they're joined by dozens of frustrated hosts. These hosts are worried because they could lose thousands of dollars if they're restricted to just 15 days of the year. Take a listen to an interview I had with one such host in Adams Morgan.
This legislation, as it's written, is unnecessary. It would egregiously harm me and my ability to host. It would severely affect my income.
All right, going to be a very vocal hearing. That hearing gets started later this morning at 10 o'clock. If it moves forward, we could see a vote later this summer. Mike, Jen?